Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Shakes 3, 218, chop. Go.
They'll run on first down. Sutton. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Lock to throw on 2nd down. This is caught. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Ready, ready. 60 outlaw. Get it.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
General West. 52 is the mic right here. Ready?
Again, it'll be Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And he's got room. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
Break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. 30, 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Charger drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Rivers He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This is taken at his 4. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now Rivers throw into the hands of Gordon.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Rivers now. Allen's got it complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Load it! Load it! I'm trying to collect. Hey, Delta.
To throw, Rivers. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Cut! 180! Hey, Delta! You draw Corkins.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. After the turnover, here's Locke. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, two. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now Benjamin. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. You better break. I'm letting you know right now. Pilot, 64, weak. 26, 10.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rivers. And he he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
51, Mike.
3rd and long for Rivers. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sutton, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 38, block, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw on 3rd down. Block. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Chargers' 14-yard line.
Ready, 18, Gator. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Recon, 132 fighter. They go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lock. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 20. A toss play, Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smoked. Behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Tight end left, alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Gonna go load it.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Orange 5-4. Mike 51. Mike 51. Five.
From the gun, Rivers. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things?
And he's into the clear. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Rivers, and that is incomplete here.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, 79! 79! Mike 51. Mike 51. Oh, yeah, I'm done!
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Block off of play action. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here now is 2nd and 10. Again from the 41.
Let's go, you tighten up. Let's go, you tighten up.
Block will try again on second down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rivers to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one good for 24 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
Now it's Jackson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll run it with Jackson. And he goes backwards here. Losing yardage back to the 16. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7. Tonight's final score.
Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for the home team here, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Good night, everybody.